Hey everyone, welcome to
Let's Talk Hair.
I'm your girl Robin with the V.
And I'm Del Harrison, and we're about to be chopping it up.
Yes, chopping it up about hair, everything hair, the big chop, which have you
I've
done?
done.
I figured she would.
You know what? I actually did the big chop on set. That was my last big chop. I did it on set. We were gonna like cut it low, and then I was like, you know what? Let's do something funky and
Take it all off.
And it just was so Grace Jones, my look out, and everybody was like, yo, I even posted the picture on my Instagram like the other day, and everybody was like, yo, this is the style for you,
That's
because I was able to do like the big poof, the big bouffant, and then the mohawk, then the shape to the sides.
That was one of my favorite looks.
That
was one of my favorite looks on you, hands down.
Really?
I almost envy you because I would never. Like I could never, so I have to live vicariously through you.
I'm scared to just cut the heat damage.
I'm scared to cut the heat damage off my hair. I want my lengths. Give me my inches. Give me my inches. I need them. They belong to me. I want my hair to look long every time I can.
Like the thing about it too is I cut my hair all the time. A big chop, if you don't know, is when a woman cuts her hair off because
it could be from heat damage, it could be from a bad breakup, PTSD, a traumatic experience. But we have all types of celebrities that have gone through the big chop and have shared their journey with us, whether it's social media, such like Tiffany Haddish.
Yes, who said that she didn't do it because of a bad breakup or bad edges or bad ends. She just did it because she wanted her scalp to feel the sun. She was like, when I talked to her, she was like, my butt has seen the sun more than my scalp,
That's facts. That's facts. And that's very liberating.
Yeah.
Also, some more people, Tia Mowry, Taraji P. Henson, Tamar Braxton, which, by the way, I feel like she has the perfect round head. I don't think anyone can get away with a shaved head.
Yeah, no, she has the perfect round head. And who else has the perfect round head? Sanaa Lathan.
Yes, she does.
She did it in the movie Napoli Ever After, which I love that movie so much. Like, I was with her. It was so liberating.
And you don't necessarily have to cut it all off for it to be considered the big chop, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
But if you have more nerves and if you're a little more confident to do the buzz cut, you get way more points.
Speaking of chopping it up, we're going to be chopping it up with two celebrity comedians.
One, the original Bad Girl comedy,
Luenell, and two funny lady Yamaneika, which is later in the episode, but right after this, Luenell will be up, so
stay tuned.
Let's talk hair.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk Hair. Robin with the V and my girl,
Del Harrison. Our guest, celebrity comedian Luenell in the building, who has done the big chop.
Who is the chop?
Last night, I was looking up you on the web. First of all your pics were amazing. Like, your style is always like blinged out. And then I was just like, wow, she's been rocking the blonde, the like short blonde for a while. And then I went all the way back to 1993 and found you in some braids. And I'm like, what made you, and then you look so nice too. It looks so nice on your face. What made you go with the blonde and want to just do the short blonde?
Well, I didn't do the big chop per se.
Right.
Because I've been having short blonde hair for over 25 years. My daughter is 24. She's never seen me not blonde.
That is hilarious.
So, except for in pictures back when I was in school. When I was in high school, I was saying earlier that I had hair like Chaka Khan. I can grow hair.
That's big,
not a problem.
Thick.
Like, this is a lot more hair than it looks like because I got a little product in it now, but when it's, I first wake up, it's like, and it's, it's a couple inches long. Basically, what happened was you remember the micro braids, the tiny micro braids that make my hair look like that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, right.
So I had those back in the 90s, and when it came time to take them down, I took down like 4. I was like, oh, hell no. Because I had like hundreds of braids in my hair. So my hair guy at the time, he's passed away now, the late Donnie Parks. Donnie Parks is when I lived back in Oakland, Donnie had an idea because I said, let's just cut all this off. Look, I don't care. It's hair. I'll grow it back. I can't take down these braids. I'm gonna lose my mind.
She took the easy way out.
Mess
The easy way out.
Bloop, like that. And he said, why don't we dye it blonde or bleach it blonde? Because you can't dye black hair blonde. You have to bleach
You
it.
gotta remove
Be very
the color.
clear.
So I said, blonde. He said, yeah, I think you could rock it. And so I did it, and I liked it, and it's been my trademark look ever since. Even when I do some movies, they'll make sure that my wigs are blonde.
It has to be you.
Yeah. And as far as black blondes, like a lot of people don't like that. I feel like that's an accessory.
That was
like
the
any
question I wanted to
color.
ask.
You know, you don't have to. Why do you want to be blonde? People may say you're buying into the white girl thing. Well, I just think it looks good on my skin tone.
Right,
But I
it
rocked,
does. Complexion.
rocked red and pink.
Any
Last
color.
party I had, my hair was leopard. So I've had all different colors of my hair.
And that's the party you went to.
And I think it's our job really as black women who rock the hair, just to rock the confidence, because when, like, I'm my most confident. When I have my mohawk, I'm talking about, I got so many guys, like I couldn't even walk down the street and the guys was like, yo, 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 with the short, yo, 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 with
Yo,
the
shorty with the mohawk.
with the shorty, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like so.
Yeah, but you used to couldn't have the freedom to wear that.
Right.
You know, I remember when you couldn't wear an afro as a newscaster, or couldn't wear braids, couldn't be a flight attendant.
They're
you couldn't
literally
do any of that
passing
stuff.
legislations in states
Yeah, on
right now.
our hair.
Yeah.
And then remember when weaves and stuff, you go to work looking like this, you come to work after the weekend, you got a weave, and white people really thought, oh my God, like, how did you grow your hair like that
long
over the
in
weekend?
such a short time.
Like,
It's
what?
amazing. It's
What'd you
amazing.
say?
Shout out to my hairdresser.
We are wizards. We are
Yeah, we're
wizards
wizards.
of hairstyles. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll keep that title. And I will keep you guessing.
Of hair.
Yes.
I like that.
I saw you on your Instagram with a picture with Shaka Khan. I really admire so much how you use your voice for activism. You know, as a comedian and an actress, a very funny comedic actress, what has changed from, you know, your comedy in the 90s to right now? Because when I go on your page, I see you with the fist, I see a video with encouraging to vote. So
in light of current events,
I mean, current events, but like, what had you done that in the 90s, or what has brought that, you know?
Well, I used to live in Oakland, California before I moved here to Los Angeles. And, you know, Oakland is one of the homes of the Black Panther Party, and I grew up, you know, with that activism going on in my city. I know the good things the Panthers did, not the FBI profile that they want to that they want you to believe. I know about the you know, food program for kids, and they wouldn't let sisters go, you know, walk nowhere alone. You could get escorts if you had to take late classes in college. You wouldn't have to walk places alone. So I know about the good things, and I saw that in my community. But I've also been a person who, I don't know why, but I've also been a person who speak out. And I've always some kind of way had a thing about injustice. Like if I saw a kid picking on another kid at school, I would get involved. You know, I don't like bullies. I never have. And so we're feeling like we're being bullied now.
Yeah.
And so I had to speak up.
So I wanted to touch on, you know, your hair being your crown, that your
Crowning
mom
What your
Glorious.
grandma and them used to
Crown
say.
and glory.
The hair is your crown
you know,
and glory,
and then
baby.
we deal with that with guys, like wanting hair. You know, I've had a guy say to me, you know, when I had my bald hair, he was just, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna finally grow my hair back, and he was like, thank God, you know. And it's just, and you were mentioning how there's no, you know, like
there's this pressure,
yes,
to completely and utterly, you know, make ourselves
European.
what the guys want and fantasize over.
Yeah, but you know, the propaganda, the advertisement and stuff is all, everybody who's beautiful has long cascading hair. And then sisters have, you know, sometimes challenges in growing long cascading hair. And then it's the pressure of society to look more European, and then the brothers get all mesmerized by the hair blowing in the
It's
wind
this
and the commercial and all that old kind of
exotic
stuff.
feel.
Yeah, well, you know, we used to be exotic.
We still are. Let's be clear.
Exotic
Let's be
was,
very clear. We
and,
still
you know,
are exotic.
Yeah, bald-headed women, the
Are
women that
very
were on
exotic.
the front of the Ohio Players album was bald-headed. That was exotic.
Yeah.
Now exotic is taking on another term. I just think that if you rock a fantastic personality, it won't matter what shade, what braid,
What you've got
what
on.
length of your hair you wear, because you know that is going to be there when all your hair falls out. Is somebody gonna not love you because you don't have your hair anymore? So you gotta have something more than hair.
And there
to
are
fall
going to be
back on.
people that may not love you anymore because you don't have your hair, and those
Well,
are the
this
people
is
you
the
need to weed
season
out.
of getting rid
Yeah.
of people,
Yeah.
ain't it?
Mhm.
'Cause
Yes.
I've been blocking and unfriending and unfriending, blocking,
Cutting
chopping
fat.
the
No,
big chop.
the big
That's
chop.
the big
That's
chop.
the big
That's the
chop.
big chop.
I like
Yes.
to ride on motorcycles. I want to
Yeah.
swim in the ocean.
You
I
don't
want
need
to
to
have
worry about a
rough
hard
sex.
wind.
I want to, you know, be able to wear helmets and stuff like that. And there's a lot of women who are, how do I say it, who are cutting out fun parts of your life for the sake of your hair.
Yeah. You
Right,
know what?
like they will not do certain activities
I don't swim
because
in the
of
pool.
their hair. Yeah.
What?
Yes, and that's the most like fun activity. We could talk all day long about hair, about guys, about confidence, but we got more to talk about right after this. And we're back. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hair. I'm Del Harrison.
Robin with the V here. How amazing was it to have Luenell in studio with us?
That was super awesome.
Okay,
to
so
have
she's
it in.
anti Luenell from now on. Just
I don't
be very
know.
clear.
I don't know if I can call her
Okay,
Auntie
sis.
Luenell.
We doing
Okay.
sis? No. Okay. Well, she's my auntie. Auntie Luenell.
I think I might have to stick with sis. Okay, maybe I'm your auntie as well because then
Wait, how young do you think I am? Don't let my hair fool you.
as she tightens the cheek.
No, but she's amazing.
No, that was so nice.
And
I'm
she's passionate.
Yes. As a self-employed woman, an artist, like, you know, with her visibility, you have so much pulling at you, you know?
And it's definitely a testament because she stands firm for not just people of color, not just for comedians, but women, black women.
And you know what I really enjoy is like how passionate she was about like every single thing
Everything.
she's participating in.
And she's involved in, you know, standing up for people's rights.
Let's move on to our first news story.
I've got one for you. There's a story of a young woman in Washington, D.C., who was verbally harassed by a group of young, I'm just saying, women are constantly being abused by men. She got thrown in a trash can, and the video went viral. They posted it, cyberbullied her by posting it online. And after the news broke, there was a group of beauticians that came to her aid and gave her a full makeover and helped her self-esteem. Like, what are your thoughts on this from beginning to end? I need to know.
Like, first of all, shout out to those beauticians, you know, who came to the rescue because, you know, like beauticians, you know, I go to my hairdresser, you know, as my therapist. I'm getting a massage
Exactly.
while I'm getting it, and they are the people to like lift your spirits. Our hairdressers aren't just our hairdressers; they're our therapists. You know what I mean? We sit in that chair, we confess every secret,
Our whole life story.
They tell it to everybody else, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm so glad to see them run to the rescue because, you know, it does take a village, and this girl needed a village. You know?
I'm definitely disgusted with the young men. Let's be very clear. I will address that. However, when you think of something so tragic that ends with a happy ending, we need more happy endings.
Yeah.
It's really important.
And also, too, CVS is doing something to make us feel
a little better.
a little better, you know? Well, at least to make their customers feel a little better.
Right.
Which is not locking up the black beauty the products that are catered to black shoppers in their stores. And, you know,
Yes, CVS joins other stores that have decided to end the practice of locking up ethnic beauty supplies behind locked display cases in their stores. So in 2018, a woman named Essie Grundy filed a federal lawsuit against Walmart She said that several times at her local store in Paris, California, she observed that the hair and body products meant for African Americans were being locked away behind glass shelves, segregated from products that were not for African Americans.
I feel, when I walk into a store and I see the products locked up, I'm like, you know what? I'll just take my money somewhere else. But I do know people that steal. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're in a double-edged sword here, because I do know people that walk in there and be like, oh, they don't have their stuff locked up.
Right.
I'm going to just go, you know what I mean?
And so, they mess it up for everybody else?
Exactly. And they mess up my own image.
See, but here's the thing. Certain locations, I've noticed, have their stuff, their most valuable stuff locked up. And by certain locations, you want to translate?
AKA certain locations, AKA the hood.
Yes,
Okay,
Dell is my translator. Dell is my translator. And I've witnessed that. But at the end of the day, you cannot make everyone feel the same way just because of a few bad apples, correct?
Yeah. Not just ethnic products are being stolen.
That's true. And more importantly, speaking of, keeping things locked up, how do you feel about having our own aisle? And you see ethnic hair products. Does it make you feel good? Like, oh, thank you, I don't have to search between, a needle and a haystack? Or do you feel that it singles you out? How do you feel about that?
I don't think I feel any kind of way. Like, I don't feel singled out. I just go into the store. If it's over here on this aisle, I just go over to this aisle, because I kind of pick and choose, like, what I battle with. And the aisle that's specifically for us, I think what it is, you're putting all of these things. If it was in all of the mainstream aisle, then it would be harder to find. So they had a little bit of stuff back in the day, and now they have more stuff. So that's where the aisle has come from.
I completely agree. It doesn't bother me at all. And to be honest, how many times have you had to do a Google search and you were looking for something specific to black hair, and you have to type in black? So if I'm looking for how blonde looks on certain people, I have to type in black. So I like for it to be specific, and it's easy.
Yep. And when we come back, black hair, blonde hair, blue hair, pink hair, we've got the Hairanista, the funny lady Yamaneika, is calling into the show. I can't wait to talk to her. I can't wait for you to see her.
You do not want to miss this.
Stay tuned to Let's Talk Hair.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hair. I'm your girl Robin with the V.
I'm Del Harrison, and it has been such an exciting show today.
Yes.
I mean, we've had discussions on Chop It Up. We talked to Luenell.
We're talking big bosses. And speaking of which.
Speaking of a big boss, I got her on the line. I worked with this lady doing stand-up for so many years, and then she just, boom, blew up. She has an album out on everywhere called Damsel in Distress. Please help me welcome Yamaneika Saunders.
Hi. Hello. Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, ladies. You guys look great.
No,
Thank
you look
so
great.
much.
This
You look
natural is
amazing.
giving me everything.
Yes. I'm loving
Yes,
the
I said-
natural.
Let's talk hair, right? So I said, let's talk hair. I'm going to talk my hair. I went in the shower. I wet my hair. I got it all juicy and glistening.
Ooh, yes.
And thought it was going to be Rapunzel when I stepped out. And then
Shrinkage is real.
hit it. I think I'm hiding a whole 7-Eleven in here somewhere. Like,
I call you a Hairanista. Like, you gotta go to Yam's Instagram page, and you gotta look at all of the hair. It's like a hairstyle a day. Like, sometimes it'll be, like you're always lapping between the hairstyles. But which one is your favorite? Which style is your favorite?
well, I just had crafted a couple of COVID wigs because we're in for the quarantine, so I like a nice little color. And shout out to my hairstylist Troy Styles, who does custom wigs, because I didn't want him to be in my face during COVID. So he did. This is a little spectacular. She's a little ratty because I don't know how to take care of the hair. I just know how to wear the hair and let somebody else take care of it.
Right.
But her name is Brenda. She gives you a lot of like,
Brenda.
I married a white guy and I also went to prep school.
Hey,
So that's what she's giving you. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
Brenda,
But she
push
still,
through,
she still
Brenda.
comes to the barbecue.
Okay,
She
now
lets
let's
them
see.
know she's still down.
Okay.
Yamaneika, I want to ask you, what role do you think multicultural marketing plays when it comes to our hair products?
Well, it's so funny. Maybe I'll say something that's a little controversial. I don't mind. I used to work for Carol's daughter, right?
Ah.
And yeah, I used to work in their customer service in their headquarters. And I don't know how much of a, how much of a good fit I was being a manager of customer service. But I loved working there because I had access to a lot of the products. Lisa Price would come in as well. She was very lovely. And I would try a lot of the products. And I really loved Carol's daughter because it was for hair like ours, like black girls' hair.
Right.
And then over time, I think what happens is sometimes when it gets into the multicultural marketing, you start to leave out the girls that really needed focus on them because they had nothing, and they start to incorporate other women that already have products and start making products for them that it's like, well, listen, I got coarse, kinky, 4C hair. You can't be mixing my stuff in with the girl who can go in the shower, shake and go, and just have like ringlets and curls. So I think sometimes we, in the process of inclusion, we really start to exclude people who really needed to be included in the first place.
You brought it home to what I was going to really wrap it up with, was like, how does that play into our psyche? Because we're these products used to be for us, now it's not for us so much anymore. And then you have, we're already dealing with so much psyche with having the different, hair,
Right.
and having
like you
to
can't
seek
just
out
walk into any hair place. You can't just go to a hair cuttery or Sam's.
Yeah.
So it's just like has to be for you.
Yamaneika, final point on how that plays into our psyche, and then we'll wrap it up.
I mean, really? That's like a whole. You got to call y'all a man's answer. All of them is we got to have a town hall because it does. I mean, great. I can do a very quick wrap up, but it is something that like it plays on all different levels when it comes to, especially Black women in our hair. I mean, we get criticized for it. We also have people that want to emulate it without also emulating the things about us. We also have to talk about the conversation and how Black men talk about our hair and identify when we decide to go natural, and then also wear pieces. And I think Black women get a lot of flack for having a concept around us that we don't have hair, that we want to be something else. And no one ever really looks at white women and go, well, they also wearing hair pieces too, and they also wearing extensions, and they're also getting their hair straightened, or they're getting their hair permed. Where Black women are not the only ones making alterations to their hair.
Right.
That's my final point.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. Better.
I was trying to snap, but didn't want to mess up my mic. I was about to throw my cue cards at the camera. Thank you for that point.
Yes. Thank you so much, Yamaneika, for joining us today. And thank you to
Luenell,
who joined us. Thank you so much to our viewers who joined us.
We hope you guys enjoyed it like we did.
Yes, and we'll see you next time on
Let's Talk Hair.